Tag just got his hunter safety, and now he gets a $50,000 hunt.
To start from absolute ground zero, I've relied a lot on what I've done as a ski racer.
You know, this is all stuff that Tag has not done.
Today he just settled in here and rang a 400 gong.
Good luck. Thanks. Come back with a sheep.
Will do.
Okay.
4 ramps that we can see.
So when we got eyes on that group of ramps, that really, you know, set the tone. When we first spotted those rams, they were, I think, 550 or so.
Yeah, 550 is a little out of my range.
It's just a mental game for sure.
If we got up that ridge a little ways, we could get a little closer.
We got as close as 450, but that was about as close as we could get for the time being.
I think what we ought to do is try to back out of here.
In making that decision to not shoot at a range that he's not comfortable with, you know, as we were talking through it, we decided, you know, here's the deal. We could take a shot, miss, and that's it. These rams are going to be gone.
Oh man, that's really cool. That's really cool to see those sheep. To back out and have them not see us at all, not even know we were there, was cool. And kind of keeps that momentum going, right, into the next day. We've got the leverage. We're gonna be all right. So day 2, we were gonna go back, but we were gonna move camp to be closer to make an approach on them. It's a beautiful day. We found some rams yesterday. We're gonna go back and find them again. We stop, we get our gear, we start the hike. Later, dude. We see those 4 sheep sitting where we had last seen them the night before, and in the time we saw them and we got our binos out, unfortunately they spotted us. They had seen us from what was probably a mile and a half away, and they were gone over the next ridge. Because they saw Casey's beard and they just started running. You have to just remain optimistic, you know, and I do really try to be as optimistic as I possibly can. Damn. But then we kept going, right? We pushed up higher, we got up to that ridge and we poked our heads over. And sure enough, they're just over the other ridge. I mean, Casey came back from crawling up and looking over that ridge. We never did catch up with those rams from earlier today. He turned and looked at me, I could see it in his face. But we did bump into another group. Oh, they're there. And these are different rams. And there's 6 rams. And 4 of them were legal.
No small ones in this group. I could tell just immediately with a quick glance that there's a good chance that there was going to be a shooter in this group.
That's a spot. We're going to change positions just a little bit, try to get a little closer shot. And we'll see how it goes. And so we make the stalk on them. That was, in and of itself, something I'll never forget, that stalk. That was so much fun. Holy he's huge. The far left. But we're still 450 yards away. We're just kind of waiting to see what these guys do. A lot of them are sitting in a real good position. I actually got an opportunity here to get a ram today.
We'd been sitting there for a couple hours, you know, and we knew all along that we kind of had a 50-50 chance, you know, just based on the lay of the land.
What do you think they're going to do when they feed?
They were either going to come and feed up right below us when they did get up, or they were going to pop back over the next ridge and we weren't going to have an opportunity.
I'm sitting there and going, this is 450 yards. You know, I've shot very well at 400. What's 50 yards?
Me and Tag talked about it, and we, you know, decided pretty quick there that wasn't the shot that we wanted, and we needed to wait a little bit. So
it was one of those that just didn't feel quite right, and I struggled with that. And I didn't really quite prepare myself for that situation. There's some really, really nice rams, and your goal is right there. Your dream of accomplishing this is right there, and it's probably within your ability.
for me personally, that's my nightmare, is is an animal, a very nice animal, just outside of your range.
Remembering what Arlen said, you know, as far as you can always be closer, don't take that 400-yard shot. Like, just be patient.
You know, we'd been sitting there for several hours, and you know, me and Tag were kind of BSing a little bit, and all of a sudden I turned back to the spotter and was like, uh-oh, we're missing one.
One gets up, the one we had picked out, that's our shooter right there.
So I get in the binos and find them, and sure enough, they're moving right towards us.
Hey, Tag, let's get in position up there. Casey and I looked at each other, and it was game on. And that platform was perfect. I was able to set up on a rock, make a really good rest, and wait for that shot. What's our distance? I felt great. I felt really confident. 6 rams walking at you. 275. They're in your comfort zone as far as distance of shot. As soon as he's broadside, tap my leg and then I'm good, okay? We hit 275 yards. That sheep set up broadside, and I just said, Casey, I want to shoot him. I mean, this is my shot. Like, I've got it. And of course, I put it too far back.
You hit him. A little far back.
What's that?
You hit him. He's a little far back.
Should I shoot again?
Yep. You still got him?
Yep.
Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on. Tag. Just killed a ram. You got the shot.
That was awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congrats to you, man. Team effort. That was, I mean, how perfect for that to come together for us. That was everything I could have hoped for and more. I'm happy. Like, how can you not be in this moment? Like, this is so cool. Cannot say enough, like, how appreciative I am of everyone's help. The beauty is in how we got to that moment from the very beginning. I think I made a commitment to really giving this hunt everything I possibly could. Post work, group hike. Jim for donating the hunt with Jack Atchison, you know, Wild Sheep Foundation, everyone at First Lite, Ross Copperman.
Edit that out.
Ryan Callahan for how much time they gave and supported me with.
I put one on the side and then I keep the other one in my hand.
I was gonna feel like a weenie using a pole, now I'm good. I get goosebumps. I mean, it's a special thing. I had to take advantage of every moment, and things just came together. We're having a good cookout. Hope everybody's hungry at home. I wanted to maximize this opportunity, not just to find an animal and harvest an animal, but to acquire the skills necessary to do that for the rest of my life. Wow, that's crazy. If you don't soak it in, you're really missing it. You're missing the point. Because the point's not just that moment of the shot. It is everything before and after. It's been special. I feel extremely lucky to have been given that chance to do that. I was warned for a long time that sheep hunting was going to be the most addicting thing possible, and I get it. I get it. I'm hooked. I'm totally and completely hooked because that was the coolest thing I've ever done. I'm alive.